No, that's worse. This was fine. Like, before I went live, this was absolutely fine. That's much better. Hello. So hello Crimson Bands. Hello Utopia Punch. And thank you for the host, Call Me In. I don't know if you're watching live this week, but yes, hello. So, that was the Ghost Monument. In case you've just joined, I had a slick beginning prepared, and then that happened, but never mind. So I'm PDT. I've written a review of Doctor Who for Den of Geek, and we'll be doing so all of this series. And I'm just generally a Twitch person who can't play games at the moment because broken shoulder still. I might be out of the sling by next week. We'll see. I might be in the sling for the rest of the series. Who knows? And I love Doctor Who, so I'm doing these reaction streams where you guys can tell me, clean your cum off the camera, mate, before streaming. Thanks, Quinn. So, it's as much about getting your reactions as mine. And also, I've got ice cream, because for those of you who don't know me in real life, my relationship ended about 11 hours ago. So, not going to go into that. There's no big drama. It's just sad. So I've got a full tub of Häagen-Dazs strawberry cheesecake, which I will be getting through as the stream progresses. So, okay, a few of you want to talk about the ending. Let's start there, because the TARDIS interior, which, if you've not seen it, leaked a few months ago, is quite new, and it's good to see it lit, although I'm not sure about it being... It's very dark. I don't like the fact that it's dark. It feels very dark and claustrophobic. I like the whole sort of amber crystal Fortress of Solitude type thing, but it is very... No, not a custard cream. I should have done that, really. Doctor Who and ice cream, not much better for solving your ills. Well, there he is. Although, calcium and fruit in the form of the strawberries in there, so both of those things should help with the shoulder. Ian's not sure about the crystals. Well, I mean, I like the concept. I feel like they make it seem very, very small, the actual area that they're in. I see a flaw in this plan. But we will soldier on. Hey, Matt. No Jodie face in the opening titles. That did surprise me. It did seem like we were building up to that, and then that's where Nikki Wilson's name came in, which, as I think you pointed out to me on Twitter, that's unusual for the series producer's name to be in the credits. I mean, she's been with the show a few years now, hasn't she? What did Jodie eat? She ate a custard cream. Yeah, it was a custard cream. I think we need to see it in action a little more. Very gloomy, but I think I'm going to like it. I like I like the concept. I think if they get a few more lights in there, it might be quite nice. I'd really like to see a modern day TARDIS doing the whole sort of bright white roundels thing. That would be nice. Quite like to guess the name of the desktop theme that the TARDIS chooses. My guess for this one, Blockbusters. The blue team's winning. Was the blue team the one who was on his own, or was that the one that was two people? Yes. I too liked the Hourglass. I thought the Hourglass was really good. I didn't like the fake, the sort of those crystal TARDISes you see advertised on Facebook, and she's got one of them in there now. So I expect we're going to see that sort of popping up as screen authentic, and your pay it and you won't get anything that's remotely a good quality product, because that's, as I understand it, what those adverts are all about. Okay. Yeah, really bad idea, this. In so many ways. Thanks, Amy. Appreciate it. Yeah, things are a bit shit, but there we go. Okay, so this one was a really odd episode for me, because I really enjoyed it when I first watched it. And I really enjoyed it when I first watched it, and then as I rewatched it to write the review, I found myself going, but I don't know about that, and I don't know about that. It's probably the most negative, positive review I've ever posted. I'll be interested to see what the reaction is, although Den of Geek have muffed up their comments. So they've basically replaced the spoiler-free review with my one, and so all of the spoiler-free comments are on there as well. It's ridiculous. Sorry, Zelda. It's been a weekend. Please forgive me. Break up, yeah. Okay, Nikki Wilson's been associated with the show since 2009, has been exec producer since at Series 8. But Shori Chibnall and Matt Strovins, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, they don't have them. Why didn't she click her fingers to open the doors? I mean, do we miss that? Although, yeah, I did expect that to happen. I think the TARDIS needed a bit of coaxing, persuading Tegan. It's telling that we're not talking about the episode itself. Hey, give us a chance. We'll get there. It's a bit meta, the TARDIS representing its own broken exterior as part of the console. The camera shook too much. Yeah, my friend Emma said that. Yeah. I can't say I'd noticed that myself, but yes, they just did a genuine bigger on the inside moment, which, without actually saying bigger on the inside, but yeah. Daddy is here, I mean mummy. That was quite fun. And again, the only concession towards a gender in the episode. Key in the cubbyhole above the P. Well, presumably the key is gone by now. He would have. No, because there was that whole thing with Clara, wasn't there, where she picked up all the spare keys. So he probably just didn't put it back. Plot means everything. Well, let's be honest. Is the preview clip canon? Yeah. Everything's canon. Apart from the things that aren't. Doctor in Distress is canon. Clicking fingers to light the cigar and clicking fingers to open the doors would have been a nice little link. Yeah, although maybe that's why they didn't do it. They've already had one significant click. Although, who didn't see that one coming a mile off when he said it? As soon as he said it, you're like, well, that's going to come in handy, isn't it? Yeah, Doctor in Distress is definitely canon. But yeah, the plot was slight, wasn't it? Sorry to nitpick here, but there were loads of half shots. Like, we didn't see the Dimensions in Time is canon, yep. We didn't see the door she opened. Incidentally, one thing that a friend of mine, Richard, pointed out, I don't know if he's here, Richard pointed out that the whole joke about the sunglasses doesn't necessarily work. My kind of theory is that the Doctor, managed to kind of pick up some of the stuff that she dropped when she was falling to Earth. Like while Graham was making funeral arrangements last week, she was off tracking down her stuff with the sonic screwdriver because Artron energy or something. So yeah, maybe that was it. Yeah, Timeless Child, that is set up for something, isn't it? That's. I mean, I'd love it if that's just not set up for anything. Felt very kind of Russell T Davies-y bollocks. Although I suppose that's more the Nightmare Child. Although it does, at the moment, it sounds like something that's worryingly like the War Doctor, as in something that he deliberately hides from himself. She found them in a bush. Big Finish presents. The story felt very Star Trek. I actually thought it was going to be a bit more Star Trek. I thought we were actually going to get a proper race. When they started saying about that, I thought, oh, we might get a sort of space race type thing. We didn't. I said in my review, actually, it was very kind of Marco Polo, in that it's the TARDIS crew in a sort of lavish landscape. They've desert. They've not got access to the TARDIS. Oh God, are they going to give the Doctor a pregnancy storyline? I mean, let's hope not. That would be a bit much. Do you think the Stentor are going to be back in a big way this series? I'd be surprised if they're not at this point, given that they've mentioned them now. Yeah, I think they're a definite, surely. It's true, he has been a father and grandfather before. But yeah, we don't want to have the Doctor pregnant. It would be sending out the wrong message. And I can now have this discussion publicly. I had it with Matt via DM earlier in the week. I'm not convinced about the way they're characterising the Doctor so far. I think Jodie is fantastic. I think, she's great in the role. She's very vulnerable. And I feel like, obviously the Doctor has been vulnerable. The Doctor is often vulnerable. She's I would argue, the most vulnerable we've seen the Doctor. Looking at things like the end of the episode where she's there going, I've lost, I've given up. I worry about the sort of the impression that sets. We've got a woman Doctor, and now I know she's very vulnerable and very kind of self-doubting. It sat badly with me, and I've written as much in my review. I think Geek might have fit. No, they haven't fixed it at all. Never mind. Surprised the reviewer missed out the vital new addition to the TARDIS refit, custard cream dispenser. Paul Mount says, toxic masculinity indeed. Please stop trying to see issues where there are none. Sorry, but no, that was Doctor Who genuinely tackling an issue. I don't know, do people agree with that? That it was, the whole thing with Graham saying you need to talk about your feelings more, and then him doing the whole Call of Duty thing, like that's toxic masculinity. That's the whole point of that. What point to her vulnerability other than that? And the other bit is just the scene where she's thanking everyone for she's like, thanks for not banging on about it. I'm really sorry, Yeah. I don't know. I'm hoping that's not the way they're going with her. But yeah, it made me go. Just seeing if there's anything interesting to tackle. No, there's nothing that interesting on Den of Geek just yet. Obviously, my review is very interesting. She apologises a lot. She does. And again, I liked the My Wife Too. Yeah, I missed that on the first time round. I completely missed that. It was done with a lot more subtlety than Russell T Davies used to do it. But I don't think she's quite sorry for existing, but yeah, 1955 next week. We can get onto that one. is my response to that. Yeah, sorry, the ice cream was stupid, but there we go. Yeah, so 1955, the whole. I mean, we've not even talked about this episode very much yet, but we'll skip forward to the whole Rosa Parks thing. Utopia Punch says, I am scared for next week's episode. I'm both excited and nervous about next week's episode. I think it's a really bold, one of the bravest things Doctor Who has done, to try and turn the whole Rosa Parks thing into a sci-fi adventure. I was quite worried when I found out that was going to be the concept as to what. Well, yeah, this is the thing. Mallory Blackman is co-writing it. I think. Well, he's writing it. If anyone can sort of do the topic justice, it's her. I think she's got good experience of writing around kind of black issues, but also kids sort of novels. And she's written a Doctor Who short story. But there we go. Sorry, Quinn. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I'm gonna get back to. Did you not watch the trailer at the end though, Quinn? I mean, but yeah, I'm interested to see what happens there and scared. But man, this week's episode, let's get back to that, because the characters. I mean, was anyone else as annoyed by Graham as I was? Because in the first one, I quite liked him. In this one, he's just laying it on so thick. Like, oh, you're confused? I'm really confused. Will people stop putting things in me? Yeah, that's my impression of Graham. And it's already starting to grate. I like his relationship with Ryan, but yeah. You've all gone quiet. Is it because of the ice cream thing? My stream is not. Oh, there we go. We've got some speed back. Hey, Rich. Yeah, Graham can bog off. Yeah. And as I said in my review, Yaz is just sort of there. Ian says, did Yaz get any lines? She did. They were mainly there to kind of bolster other people, really. She was there going, oh, yeah, guys, come on. You can do this. She's a sympathetic character, but very little else. That's way too good, Pete. If you could take some inflection and personality off that delivery, you're going to do Graham. Yeah. Bradley Walsh can act, and I think he had some really good stuff in the first episode. But I'm getting worried about him. And yeah, the size of the ensemble's there because of future plot lines. With the Timeless Child and the Stenza reference, there's serialization in play. So I think they're there so they can be useful in later episodes. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be as much serialization as all that. I mean, they've been very upfront about saying it's not going to be sort of a heavy arc. So I suspect we're going to get things that will come back, but, it's not going to rely on having seen past ones. Graham's so going to bite it by episode 9. What's he going to bite, Matt? It's an interesting take, although you were saying that they were going to hide the TARDIS for the first 5 episodes, I think. They were going to hide the TARDIS until the anniversary on around November 23rd. How'd that theory work out for you, Matt? I'd be interested to see if they do it, but hoping the mention of Yaz's family pays off and she gets something to do. I suspect episode 4 we're going to see more of sort of Yaz's family, because that's. I mean, again, I won't spoil it, but that is present day Earth. I mean, I've not seen it, so I can't spoil it, but yeah, it is present day Earth from the description that's come out. The series does feel very Netflix-like. Both eps ran into each other. I wish they didn't. They had the. They did the. We didn't. You wish they. Yeah. You wish they had the thing of the TARDIS. Is it going to turn up for a few more eps? I don't know. Did you see the way that people were going on about the TARDIS not being in last week's one? Like they were saying, oh, you know, people were genuinely saying, oh, you know, Doctor Who can't be Doctor Who without the TARDIS. Watch some Jon Pertwee. Watch season 12. Anyway, it's time for the all-important regular feature of these live streams. If I can find my phone. What did Pete's mum think of the episode? So, my mum says about the episode: I enjoyed most of it, but need to watch it again. There were a few bits I wasn't sure about, especially the new look TARDIS. So there we go. Yeah, good point, Nyoko. Do I just block? Yeah. Ban user. Just because I think he was probably saying crap. Graham, Yaz and Ryan haven't made any overtures to wanting to travel. Yeah, that's... They're all reluctant travellers at the moment, so... Oh, fuck off. Oh, what's going on? This is annoying. Sorry guys, we seem to have some kind of shit going on. There we go. They won't show Daleks. Yeah, I don't think... Well, maybe they will towards the end. I'd love to see the New Year cliffhanger. The sort of cliffhanger into the New Year. If it is a New Year special, I feel like it probably will at this point. Probably shouldn't get out listening, but... See, it's difficult when my arm's feeling alright like this. I'm just like, yeah, I'll just take it out this. Like, oh no, I need to keep it in position. I mean, part of me wonders if the nation estate has kicked off a bit, but because they can be a bit funny. I hope they haven't kicked off a bit, but anyway. Given how many of the Not My Doctor lot think Jodie's only going to do one series, I reckon you troll them with a fake-out regenerate. I don't think the Not My Doctor lot are worth anyone's time. You know, they're not worth the time that it would take to, to film and do that. So, yes. I don't know what else was there in the episode. I mean, I'll be honest, guys. I'm all over the place at the moment. Between one thing and another. But there we go. Yeah, I think the episode. Oh, the guest. Art Malik was wasted, wasn't he? This isn't the Moffat. I don't know if Chris would troll. Chris Chibnall would absolutely troll people. Hmm. Um. Yeah. So Art Malik was wasted. You're hijacking my audience for content and dank memes. Seems fair. I still don't know what a dank meme is, but that's fine. Oh, I see. Favourite lines. I mean, "Start believing" is the line that I'm like, yeah, that really got me. I think with the score as well. Hmm. Why do you need a big actor in that? I mean, he made an impact. Um, you know, maybe that's why you have a big actor in that role, because it's a small role. You can just say, come in for half a day, film these two scenes, and it lent a sense of importance to it, I suppose. I quite enjoyed the two, the other two members of the guest cast. I mean, they did what they needed to do. I'm not raving about them. I think, yeah, they did the parts they were given well. Um, I didn't think the parts they were given were amazing. They were a bit broad. Um, hmm. Yeah, no deaths this episode. I mean, there weren't really any characters to kill off, but the episode did look amazing. Yeah. Um, Obviously, this is the first of two that they filmed in South Africa. Um, Next week's one they also filmed in South Africa. I'm surprised the lady didn't die, actually. No, I saw it coming a mile off that they would end up finishing. That either they would both end up dying, or they would end up finishing joint first. Um, but joint, yeah. All I want to see is the Guardians cut. I mean, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Hmm. The Black Guardian of the Galaxy and the White Guardian of the Galaxy. Um, I'd quite like to see the shopkeeper come back from Sarah Jane Adventures. I don't think he ever could or will, but hmm. It felt very Enlightenment. I can see that. Yeah. Um, I mean, I'd love for the Celestial Toymaker to come back. I think, yeah. I don't know if maybe there'd be issues around it, and I don't know who owns him, but if Big Finish can get him, I'm sure the TV show can. Hmm. Do I think Chris Chibnall will bring in anything from his time on Torchwood? Not this series. And to be honest, I think the only thing that he would bring would be Jack. Um, I mean, I'd love to see Jack and the 13th Doctor meet, although, I prefer to see it like X-rated. But there we go, Cyberwoman. No, please don't bring us Cyberwoman back. Vortex Manipulator. Well, that is interesting. Because did he create that then? Yeah. Jodie has said that she she had to learn lines of things like Vortex Manipulator. So, I mean, make of that what you will. If Jack didn't pork the Tenant Doctor, the man has more restraint than we thought. What about the crazy purple alien from SJM Torchwood? Not in any major way. I mean, you might put it in the background of a scene. I've got to admit, I don't remember what you're talking about, but I've blanked out most of Torchwood and I've forgotten most of Sarah Jane. Oh good, Still Open All Hours is on. Why is that a thing? What about the Godding? I mean, there's a lot of things they could bring back. I just don't think they would. I mean, never say never, but you know, I'm hoping they bring back the lass who had the sex gas in her and started like killing people with sex. That would be nice. And Utopia Punch, I think we're working on very similar wavelengths tonight. You've just said Doctor Who and the Return of the Sex Gas. Okay. Paul Cornell was the first person to drop the term Vortex Manipulator into a script for Human Nature, but RTD retroactively put it in Jack's wrist strap. Thanks for the heads up about Still Open All Hours. I mean, Rich. Hey, man. Life is shit, but we're talking about Doctor Who, which wasn't shit, I didn't think. Did you watch Doctor Who? And I'm eating ice cream because I've got a breakup, so it's all good. It's not all good. You want to see the Rani as a male? Yeah, right. Why? See, kinda. Kinder. What about Kinder? I'm excited for the 40 Big Finish volumes coming out about the galaxy race. Yeah. That's a good point, actually, Matt. The Vortex Manipulator, cheap and nasty time travel. Yeah, it never has shown any negative side effects. I hadn't thought of it like that. I just think it's a very predictable move. I know Time Lords can change gender, Crimson Brown. I'm not disputing that bit. I just think it's a bit of a cheap move having sort of going, oh well, Jodie, woman now we'll have a woman who's become a man, and I'd quite like to see her come up against a good sort of older woman villain. Make that the Rani. It just makes you super horny, and that's why Jack's the way. I don't think that's why Jack's the way he is. Well, that's awkward. Who would play the female version of the meddling monk? Miriam Margolyes. I would love to see Jodie Whittaker facing off against Miriam Margolyes as the meddling monk. Not least because it would say meddling monk Miriam Margolyes, and who doesn't love the alliteration there? The female version of the monk was Clara. Get away with you. Wouldn't she though? Yeah. And I mean, Joanna Lumley has said that she'd love to hop in on one of Jodie Whittaker's. I'd love to see her play in the Rani. I think that could be really fun. And it has the added thing of her being the first female Doctor. Joanna Lumley as Romana. Possibly. I feel like if they were going to bring Romana back, they'd just do Lalla Ward, surely. I don't care who plays the Rani, just someone. Oh, excuse me. Ah. The Hound, you're an idiot. People saying it was convoluted, people saying it was too straightforward. Not sure I agree with the reviewer here. Oh, come on, I'll fight you. There were some good bits and signs to where they're going, but it seemed more like a filler ep to me, which at the start of the run is worrying. Don't agree at all about Graham. Bradley Walsh has been the best thing on the screen for the first 2 weeks. I do wonder whether I'm entirely objective here. I'm 3 stories away from the end of a complete run of 8th Doctor adventures. In terms of plotting and characterisation, nothing from the resurrected TV run has come close. I mean, I disagree, but it's nice that people have other opinions. The Timeless Child has the key to time. I wouldn't mind them just redoing the key to time. I mean, yeah, guys, why does the show need to keep going backwards? I mean, as much as, that stuff is fun for the fans. Charlie Pollard is Bay now. Charlie Pollard is MasterChef now. If she was in it, people would just be going, why? Why is the voice from MasterChef travelling with the Doctor? Yeah, Diet Coke, drink of champions. Alright, let's see if there's anything that I wanted to talk about that I haven't. Doctor Who does whatever a Doctor Who do. Yep, that's good. Nice work, Rich. Yeah, we've still not found out why she fell to Earth, have we? That's a bit shit. Sorry, my leg is aching. I mean, I'm aware that in many ways this has not been an ideal stream. Yeah, I really liked the music that went over that final scene. I think I like the way it's quite warm music. It's strings, it's brass. It's, yeah. Oh, and the Aladdin villains, the moving flying carpets. When's the big Finish box set coming about Charlie visiting that orgy? Oh dear. Did I see the Flash Series 5 Episode 1? I did. Yeah. it was alright. As much as I kind of binged Series 4 of The Flash last week, I'm a bit fed up of it at the moment. Kept calling this episode the Ghost Momentum. Nice. Is 13 going to visit the herb garden from the herb? No. Oh, hey, Lonely God, what did you think of it? Yeah, new stuff linked to the... Yeah, I mean, I just don't think you want to redo the Key to Time thing as it stands, you know. But, yeah, I mean, the Guardians are a cool concept, even if they never quite made sense. How do we all feel about the opening, by the way? We've completely skipped the other big thing this episode. What's happened, Matt? Tell Daddy Pete. Sorry, Mummy Pete. Yeah, the ghost sheets were a bit bizarre, but kind of cool. Oh, mate. Oh. The Bog to Who group review. I mean, who writes tweets? Wait, so you're not reviewing it individually then? It's... Oh, I see. The Ghost Monument has put the Doctor myth back together. What's she on about? Let's see what Matt wrote about this. Just embarrass him. Oh. You're not on here, Matt. Why aren't you on here, Matt? It's outrageous. Oh, because there's a proper review by you. I mean, fair enough. Didn't do the group wanted. Love the opening. Too short, but great. I mean, you don't want bloody Sylvester... Actually, I think you might want Sylvester McCoy opening. If you are who I think you are, which, let's face it, I think you probably are. Also, I was too lazy to write the same thing. I mean, you're a fool to yourself doing the spoiler-free stuff. I wasn't going to say it on Twitter because I don't want to, but I was asked to do the spoiler-free reviews for Den of Geek, and I just went, no, you're all right. Please let someone else do those. I don't want to write the same shit twice. Your review's too long, Matt. I can't be asked. Do go to Blog to Who to read Matt Greenfield's review. I don't know why I said it like that. It's a good review. Matt is a competent human being. Ish. It was bloody impossible this week. Yeah, I can imagine. I think didn't I see you mainly... Was it you who mainly focused on the fact that Chris Chibnall's keeping everything secret? There was one spoiler review which just kind of sidestepped the episode almost entirely. And was like, you pretend. Yeah, you and me both, Matt. There was a lovely comment on Den of Geek this week. Someone said, well, actually, Pete Dillon Trenchard is arguably the most knowledgeable person about Doctor Who on this site. I'd argue that. Sounds like a good alternative. I think it might have been Mark Harrison then, who does the review for Godzilla. Yeah, I know all the reviewers. I don't. I just know Matt and Mark. And I know Caroline, who does the spoiler freeze for Den of Geek. But it's nice that we have our own little community. Yeah, I would have liked to see more of the huge race. I mean, I don't mind that we focused on the final leg, but yeah, that would have been quite cool. I mean, you definitely would have blown the budget. But then, I mean, how much did going to South Africa cost them? But again, I know they've split the cost on that because next week's episode, 1950s America, they've got South Africa to double up on that. But yeah, that would have been quite cool. I did think we were going to see pod racing for a minute when they said about the race. I was kind of excited. I'd love to hear the Doctor go, now that's what I call pod racing. Now that's what I call pod racing. Brilliant. Yeah, that's my 13th Doctor impression is a work in progress. But yeah, I also love the physicality that Jodie Whittaker's got. She's not all flappy like Matt Smith, but she is kind of in her sort of movements and things. She's very sort of physical, and she's almost gangly. I don't know how tall Jodie Whittaker is, but yeah, I get that impression. And she's there, kind of sort of just pointing at the sonic screwdriver. Wasn't sure the guy would have agreed to splitting. Well, I mean, the thing is that Angstrom, or whatever her name was, she, as she pointed out, she would have won it. He was in no position. He was in no fit state to compete with her on equal terms. So actually, the Doctor kind of did him a favour. Biggest question from this app: why didn't the sniper robots walk? I mean, now you say it, that's a fair point. Yeah, they were kind of fixed sentries. Incidentally, I'm pretty sure they were what people decided were Sontarans. I remember seeing very blurry pictures of the kind of big domes on their heads, sort of from set reports. And people are, oh, he's brought back the Sontarans redesign. No. People are still insistent that the Sontarans are going to be in it, but they made such a big thing about him not trusting people, it just seemed a very quick turn. I'm sure there was maybe 20 minutes cut out of them just persuading him to finish joint first. Yeah, deleted scenes. But again, he'll at the very least get a companion chronicle from Big Finish. See, I believe Sean Dooley's meant to be a big name guest star. I've never heard of him before, but I've never heard of either of them in this. I've literally just heard of Art Malik. Yeah, I think we're kind of crawling to an end, aren't we? Which, is nice and is... Wasn't he in Misfits? He might have been. He was in Broadchurch. Well, of course he was. Why wouldn't he have been? Susan Lynch was in Killing Eve. Okay, I tried watching a bit of that, and I couldn't take to it. Oh dear, Grumpy Who on Twitter saying, was that Derek Jacobi voicing the evil flappity bedsheets? No, clearly not. I mean, I know they to waste one high-profile guest actor in an episode is unfortunate. To waste two would be insanity. Justin Lee Collins loved Doctor Who again tonight, and how good is Bradley Walsh? There you go on, put that in your Twitter reactions roundup, Matt. I actually, I know he's there's dodgy thing. I've always got on quite well with Justin Lee Collins. I met him at Fubar Radio one time, and he's all right. I mean, I've got no doubt. Anyway, that's a thing for another time. I mean, yeah, some shitty stuff happened that he was involved in, but it was Ian Gelder. Maybe not high profile, but better than those ribbons deserved. Yeah, but he was that. I mean, yes and no. Because I mean, you're probably going to hear flashbacks of them saying, "Oh, the timeless child," all throughout the series. I still don't understand the whole eat my salad thing. I mean, that was a bit that literally just passed me by. But there we go. Oh, tin signing in store today. I'm sure there's a wacky premise to go with that. Look, we've been going 50 minutes. I mean, if you want to just kind of give sort of final thoughts on the episode, because I certainly want to be done by 9 on these things. It's, an hour is a long time to be talking about Doctor Who. But yeah, I really enjoyed it when I watched it. I watched a lot of it with a grin on my face. Everything, Venusian Aikido, and I just love the last scene. And I love her saying, start believing. That just, it got me. And my mum likes it, so, that's the main thing. But yeah, there was just a lot wrong with it, and I'm really hoping that next week we get a proper story. Again, nervous about next week, I won't lie, but it's in the best hands it could be, I think. Yeah, I mean, serving two masters, sort of not. I'm not saying the master is in it, although I was saying to Matt on Twitter, I hope they'd kind of cut in scenes of him on the bus from the Destiny of the Doctor, Anthony Ainley on a bus from the Destiny of the Doctors thing. Just kind of cut in some of that. That'd be fun. Wildly offensive. Yeah, it's... We'll see. I think, because you've got to be a good Doctor Who story, but also with something like that, you've got to be really careful about diminishing real sort of historical events. In a way that you maybe don't have to worry about with the Romans or things like that. But yeah, next week's setting is troubling. But if they pull it off, it'll be a fucking amazing piece of television. I mean, you've all kind of gone quiet, so I'm assuming... I enjoyed the episode. The ending was great. It was everything I want from Doctor Who for me. I'm just a casual fan who watches. It was good. I mean, yeah. You can't... I mean, as I say, I really enjoyed it when I watched it first time round. It was only on the second and third viewings when I was like... but I still really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed it watching it again tonight. Lonely God, you like the TARDIS? I mean, yeah, I hope they managed to kind of light it up a bit more. I was really hoping that once she kind of got into there on Central, the sort of the back bits would light up. It just feels very gloomy. I feel like we've taken a step back. We've gone back to kind of 2005, and I mean, I did really like the last TARDIS set. I mean, I went on that last TARDIS set, but did we really see enough of it to have an opinion? I mean, it's a fair point. I think we did, but we didn't see enough of the console to have an opinion, perhaps. Crystal's Porch, Custard Creams, credits. Yeah. A bit 9 or 10-ish with some 8 from the pillar. I mean, the pillars, the formation of the pillars, yeah. I suppose it is that, yeah. I still want the round things, but I really hope before this incarnation of Doctor Who ends, which, is probably closer than sort of the beginning of this, I'd really like to see a proper modern take on the classic sort of white TARDIS control, updated, but a proper classic take on the sort of white TARDIS control room. Yeah, I'd like that. Alright guys, it's 5-2. I'm going to wrap it up because, I mean, you've all got lives to go to. Thank you very much for joining me. It's, this has been, again, fun and just interesting. Just nice to chat through these things after the episode. I get to do a bit of chatting with sort of the likes of Mark and Matt during the week, but once it's actually out, it's nice to just go, what was going on there? That was good, that was bad. And I hope you've enjoyed the same thing. Since when? Since when what? You don't make sense, Matt. Probably because the thing I said that you said that to was hours ago, probably. Because streaming and lag. Oh, the life thing, right, yeah, fair enough. I think the last one we had was the closest we'd get to that. I don't know. Since when have we had lives? Yeah, I mean, it's a fair point. I don't have a life to go to. I'm just going to, probably throw up. I'll eat a whole tub of ice cream. Just sort of throwing up and then remembering that I'm single again and crying. Oh, it's been a weekend, guys. Oh dear. But yeah, no, I've enjoyed this. Yeah. I don't currently have anything planned for next week. I might be at my mum's, but if I am, I'll take my laptop with me and make sure I do that. Yeah, I may be here next week. I may not. If not, I'll try and be here the week after, or the week after. You get the idea. I'll do as many of these as I can because I think they're fun. But yeah, thanks for joining. If you haven't subscribed to me already, make sure you do. I'm sure you've all subscribed and got notes. I think certainly all the ones chatting, possibly not Utopia, but anyway, yeah. Subscribe, do all that cool shit that people say. Follow me on Twitter, Pete D Trencher, but again, you've probably done that. And I will see you next time. It's going to be an exciting week. Bye, guys.